Alrighty, my good old friends of YouTube, let's break down SoFi, do a quick update, and talk about some big money that is buying SoFi stock right now. If you guys find value, of course, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, yada, do all that good stuff. Check out the links down below, and let's get right into the video. So check it out. It's about, what time is it? I'm losing track of time, guys. It's 1:15 p.m. on the East Coast right now, and mind you, all the indexes, thanks to NVIDIA and a couple of other names, are up massively. We have the S&P up, let's see, about 1.8%. The Nasdaq's up 2.7%. Unbelievable. The Russell's up 0.8%, and the Dow's also up 0.8%, as the VIX is down almost 7%. So again, thanks to NVIDIA and a bunch of other big tech names that are moving really because of NVIDIA, all these indexes are up, the VIX is down, and we have SoFi up 1.6% so far on the day, although it's still struggling to break out, which we'll talk about here in a second, and we are making lower highs throughout the day today, which maybe is not the best sign for the bulls. You guys can see all these lower highs right here, although we're still up, again, 1.6% on the day, and I guess you can say we're also making higher lows. So you guys can see we do have a bit of a wedge here on the intraday chart on SoFi, higher lows, again, lower highs being made. And on this 5-day, 5-minute chart, you can see pretty much how we have been downtrending over the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days, making lower lows, lower highs. And yesterday, as we dumped down to about $8.10 at close, we took out the lows from the day before, which was on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was the first day of trading of this week. Monday, the markets were closed. We had President's Day. You guys obviously know that by now. So yesterday, we took the lows out from the previous day, and today we didn't take the lows out from yesterday, at least as of now. But who knows, man? If we do end up picking the downwards direction here on the intraday, if we do break down on this wedge, start going back lower eights, we break under 8, just like that, we could be taking out the lows from yesterday, which, that would not be ideal at all for the bulls at this point. And it's clear as day that in the short term, the bulls are struggling to break the mid-high 8s, which we've covered time and time again here on the channel, guys. That level needs to freaking break. The bulls got to get over $8.50, $9 on SoFi, and it's not looking like they want to, at least as of now. The bulls are not looking to break out quite yet, as we've struggled in the mid-8s time and time again over the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trading days. And of course, you guys know on the 4-hour chart, we still have this wedge, which, surprise, we're still trading in this, and we're still waiting for the overall direction. So my alerts are set right now at $8.75, $9 as well on the upside here, just in case we break out. And I might as well put some alerts on the downside right now. Let me do that as well. Mark is at or above. Let's do that. Maybe at $8, or mark is at or below, $8. Let me do that. Mark is at or below. There we go. And I'll do another one at $7.50. Why not? Mark is at or below $7.50. There we go. Let's do that. Boom. Create the alert. Beautiful. So, yeah, it comes down to direction, like I've been saying in these SoFi videos, guys. And we do have a golden cross. Keep that in mind on the 4-hour chart. We are above the moving averages as well, but to be honest, we just need the breakout, which again, we're not getting it quite yet, and who knows what's going to cause the breakout, if it even comes in the short term. Time will tell. So cheers to that, guys. Let me get a sip of coffee. By the way, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you guys have not done so already. I think 50% of you watch the videos according to my analytics, but you're not subscribed. So you watch the content, but for some reason, you're not subscribing. So if that's you, make sure to subscribe. Cheers. I appreciate you all as always. So check it out. Again, it comes down to direction, but there are a lot of big institutions out there loading up because, well, they're bullish on SoFi, and they're buying into this weakness. So let me show you all what's going on here. Let me pop this article up. Bear with me, guys. Let's see. So here it is. Let's pull it over to the right here. I'll pop my big old head down here. Let me make it a bit smaller. There we go. Beautiful. So you guys can see, whoops, I can't see now. There we go. You guys can see this article from Investor Place, which obviously they're not sponsoring the video, but, you know, it's just a website with a bunch of articles, guys. And, you know, I was reading, doing some research before this video. So we can see here 5 investors are betting big on SoFi stock. And obviously there's more than just 5, but we're going to break down what these institutions are doing right now. So tracking institutional ownership is important as these large investors provide liquidity and support for stocks, obviously, as you guys probably know. And during Q4, 542 13F filers disclosed a stake in SoFi, which is nuts, 542. That's a lot, marking a healthy increase of almost 9% compared to 498 filers during Q3. And you guys have to realize when companies start to go profitable, when they start turning a profit, guess what? More big money comes in, because sure, some big funds, institutions, whatever you want to call them, they invest in stocks when they're not profitable. It's more risky, right? And even more big funds, big money comes in when the companies establishing profitability, and the road to future profitability is there, right? Which in this case with SoFi, it is. We saw the guidance. I think in 2026, they're projecting, 55 to 80 cents of EPS. I forget the exact estimate, but yeah, profitability is here. The road to more profitability is here. And guess what? Big money loves that. Big money is buying more of the stock, which again, we see that healthy increase of 8.84% compared to last quarter's, 13F, where we had 498 filers in the stock. Now we have 542, which is a nice increase there. And we can see here in total, these filers own 374 million shares, up by 8% from the 346 million shares in the last quarter. And this is very, very important here. 6 of these filers, so not many to be honest, but still 6 of the filers own SoFi in their top 10 positions. So we'll see how that ends up trending over time. Will more and more of these big funds have SoFi in their top 10 positions? Time will tell. Hopefully that trend continues to go up there. And we can see if we come down a little bit, let's see here, guys. Hedge fund, whose data is included in 13F metrics, were even more bullish. A total of 107 funds disclosed a stake in the company, up from 101 funds during the prior quarter, yada, yada, yada. Total hedge fund exposure increased by a significant 23% to 92 million shares. Finally, 4 funds own SoFi in their top 10 position. So you guys can see right here, this is what we're talking about. With that in mind, let's take a look at SoFi's largest shareholders. You guys can see Vanguard owns 81.49 million shares, and Vanguard acquired over 5 million shares during the fourth quarter. So they're boosting up their ownership. And guess what? BlackRock is as well. They own 40 million shares, 40.5 million shares, and they actually sold some shares during the quarter, but not many, 278,000. All right, not a big deal. But you can see here, Silver Lake Group, they own 31 million shares, and they pretty much didn't buy or sell anything, but still 31 million shares. And we can see here, State Street, they made a pretty big move. They had 16 million shares, or they currently do have 16 million shares, and they acquired 1.2 million shares during the fourth quarter. And Geode Capital Management, they also own a bunch of shares, almost 15 million shares, and they acquired 708,000 shares during Q4. So yeah, the big dogs, except for BlackRock, who's selling a little bit, but still they own almost 45 million shares. But the big dogs, guys, they're long, they're buying up, and they're holding on to the stock, which is good, because like we said earlier in the video, let's come back up to this, then we'll wrap this video up. It's great to see a bunch of big money coming into stocks, because that creates kind of a foundation, right? Yeah, it provides liquidity and support for stocks. which is great. And again, like I said, if gap profitability continues, it continues to grow, expect more and more big money to come in and own this thing. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And, well, I guess that's pretty much it. We covered some big money, who's owning SoFi right now. We broke down the charts, kind of some thoughts there. Now let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, get your free stocks for Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 by using that link down below or by going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So guys, what are you waiting for? Use that link. The clock's ticking. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.